Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touch.
Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
We go! 10 over.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early in the game.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bush. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on 3rd down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing on first down, Bush. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try and run forward Barkley. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dump 4th down, but after that loss, right out the window. Now you have to and hope to come back down the next time and score.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Winston and the Bucks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Flip it. Zoom. Mike's 50. Man, I got you. Hey, he's 5 on the 50. He's checking 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Jones. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got Miller. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 14 yards through the air, caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 3, 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
In your face.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Easy. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. You ain't got nothing.
Off the play fake. Bush. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Bush. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Bush. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll run it with Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Get up. Get up. 57's the mic. Watch 57. All day. All day. Every team. Switch. 57's the mic. 53. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
From the gun, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On 1st and 10, Bush. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Hey, Alpha. 45. Mike, 45. Oh, you got deep?
2nd and 5. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Tight ends on the Lucy. 3 down, 3 down. Sonic. Easy.
Out of his end zone, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Winston now to throw on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking sideline, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Mike's 50. It's been a long day for you. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Trey Flowers. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Let's go.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Get in the way, Ramo. Mike 50, Mike 50. Short. Let's go. Hey. Let's convert. 50. Easy. It's a safety creep. SOS.
Now Winston. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston, throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Green, triple C. And even.
Here's Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
4 down. Easy. Hey.
Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Mike 50. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Wait. You got tight. Right there. That's it. Mike 50.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. And Jayduce intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go to Barkley again. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Undercrush. Get it.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, stand off. Ready?
Off play action. Bush. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. Rock it. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Bush. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game. Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 30 on second down, Winston caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
To try again after the sack, Winston. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16, and they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On second and 11 now. Winston. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. To throw, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Batson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score.
Cameron Batson. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Pilot, 64, weak.
The toss out to Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
2 yards. And it's third down.
10 Lobo. We have the game to clear you up. Fire.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Even. 25, check 25, check 25. 30. Go.
Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check pass. Hey. 50. 50. Easy. We ain't giving them nothing to touch. Like 50.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Bush. Eluding the pressure right. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 16. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Finds his tight end, Ingram. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
A gain of 43 yards. First down, Giants.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Bush. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off the play fake. Bush. Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Down. 30 base. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Off play action. Bush. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Giants, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them. I'ma break them, I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains, yeah.
Hey, how fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss.